Ayrton Senna.
We're watching really for Prost. You can see the rain on the lens of the cameras here. The cameramen are even having difficulty keeping the camera lenses clear. There is so much rain falling. But Senna obviously doesn't think there's enough rain falling on the racetrack yet to actually make a pit stop. But if everybody else has done it for sure, Senna will be in soon also.
Michael Andretti, another contretemps with Carl Bendinger. What happened?
Well, I had a good start, and I moved up a position, and I was a little bit quicker than Carl at that point, and I made a move to go on the inside, and then I decided no, not to do it, because I didn't think he saw me. But then I locked my front tire, and then I went into him, but, you know, I guess he didn't see me, and then it was just racing, you know.
What are the conditions out there, like they say?
They were good. Yeah, fine.
Okay, thanks a lot. I'm down here with Michael Schumacher. Bob, Michael, you spun off at the first corner. What happened?
I went really late on braking. Shifted down as well, and I got a bit locking in the rear wheels, and I just lost the car.
Well, it's a real lottery today. The conditions are changing from wet to dry tyres. What would it take to win the race today? What sort of strategy do you think it would take to win?
A lot of luck.
A lot of luck. But obviously, the wet tyres, the visibility very bad out there.
The problem is, if you would have stayed out with the red tires, they would be too bad to continue the race. You would have had anyway another tire change. So you had to come into dry tires, but it was really difficult to judge to come into wet again. Obviously, I judged it a bit in the wrong direction, and I pushed a bit too hard, but I think that's experience, and I will learn from this.
Thanks very much, Michael.
First, then Damon Hill, who looked down the inside. You're on board with Hill.
Damon Hill is the #2 driver in this team. He got off to a bad start just like Michael Andretti did, but had a tremendous second place in Brazil. I don't think he would take an unusual risk or a chance. Oh, you see him get sideways there to correct the car under power. I don't think he will take any unnecessary risks to try and pass Prost, because if they collided, old Frank Boy would not be happy.
One of the favorite topics of pit lane speculation in Formula One is how much horsepower your engine makes. I saw an interview recently with Patrick Head, who's the technical director for the Williams-Renault team, who talked about the difficulties of putting 800 horsepower through the technology of their semi-automatic computer-controlled transmission. So perhaps we've been understating it at 700.
Well, oh, here he goes. Oh, look at this. Hill has a look down the inside at Prost. Well, and that was the old hairpin, which is a very difficult place to pass. Now, Prost is in a traffic situation right ahead of him, which is a lapped car. But here's something we have to watch. Senna will be in the pits very soon. He lost 1.5. But Barrichello having a superb day so far.
That's Alain Prost coming up behind to drop Barrichello into 4th place if he can.
This is a battle for position here. Can you imagine Barrichello, 20 years of age? He's hardly been in single-seater racing more than 3 or 4 years, and he's battling with 3 times world champion Alain Prost for a position on the racetrack. What a great story.
He is only 5 seasons out of racing karts. Fewer than 60 or fewer than 65 races, a little over 60 now, in any form of 4-wheeled racing car.
Definitely a star of the future. Does not have the car that Prost has. Look how easily Prost gets down the inside and gets on the power, gets his power to the road, and is able to drive by Barrichello with that Renault V10 horsepower. But a great day nonetheless for Barrichello.
And if you're wondering if he used money to make his way into Formula One, you should know that in the 4 seasons since he got out of karts, he won a championship in the GM Lotus Euro Series, a championship in Formula 3, and then finished 3rd in International Formula 3000. He is very consistent and very quick.
A lot of dirt on the side of that McLaren. Senna has been off the road somewhere, but he decides to stay on the racetrack here again. He passes the pits. An unusual gamble here from Senna, but he is usually the man who knows exactly what the track conditions are like.
Well, he's certainly hoping for dry conditions.
Now, when all the front runners, here it is here, De Cesaris goes into the back of Philippe Elio. They both jump on the brakes. Oh, flames out of De Cesaris, but he keeps his car running. Elio, unfortunately, didn't manage to keep his. Look at this again. Elio, an innocent victim here. Nothing De Cesaris could do except run into the back of him. Nothing Alio do except drop the clutch as quickly as he could, but he didn't do it quick enough. Stall the engine. His day is now over.